like the intro? My favorite OST. Anywho, we're back with more with Deku's Genji, part 4. What a beautiful thing. I'll be doing what if Deku was sorry, my neck. Was Doomslayer. If you watch Eternal Whatever, it'll sort of be like how he did it, but like just the first part. But so Deku, my boy, after beating the crap out of his family, goes back to the dorm, and Kirishima, she's already sleeping. And so he just hops in bed right next to her. And again, no bed movement, no sound. Ninja feet. That's why. But anyway. Deku. My boy. Here goes. Sorry. And, he, like, cuddles her and kisses her, and, like, she feels all the warmth. And so as soon as Deku falls asleep, she wakes up. She's like, huh. I'm so lucky to have such a good man. And Deku, he says, I heard that. She says, And his dad in his head is like, awooga, awooga. Like, you know how in those cartoons, like, you know how, like, Bugs Bunny did in Space Jam, when he saw Lola, and, like, I ain't even a furry or nothing, but let's all be honest, Lola Bunny is thick. Like, legit, let's all be honest, she is. But anywho, so Deku, well, in his mind, his dad is like, awooga, awooga. And Deku says, stop that, Dad. And he says, why haven't you already smashed? And he says, that's actually a pretty good question. And he says, I feel like I shouldn't rush things, is all. And he says, nigga, you have the body, you have my genes, you have the quirks. Sure, with a triple ultra deluxe. He says, I'll think about it. He's like, think about it, my behind, you better do it. Like, his daddy don't. Oh, his dad don't. I mean, all for one, he don't care if his son ready for it or not. He wants to see it. I mean, if you had free porn, wouldn't you? Oh God. There are going to be so many people in the comments. It'll be torture. Oh yeah, and by the way, when I drop the 100 sub special, it'll be divided into 4 parts. Because it's literally 3 hours long. Like, legit. And it won't upload as the full 3 hours, so I have to break it up. Yeah, I'll just break it up into 5 parts. But anyway, so Deku, our buddy boy, goes Like, and everybody else, they went out to eat. So, like, nobody else was over at the dorms. This man, Izuku. He. What was that sound? Never mind. But anywho. So him. And like she's already awake and she went into the common room. He walks in, wraps his arms around her, kisses the back of her forehead, and like basically has his head on her shoulder. And like he's behind her because she's sitting down. And he says, we have the whole place to ourselves. And she says, what are you implying? And he says, I've been thinking about this for a while. You want to smash? And she says, I was waiting for you to say it. So, triple sideway, Arnadilla, Glizziga, Albert Typhoon, Super Smash, Ash Bros, Efroth, Zawarda, Time Paw. All this feels like a million years of play. Hezerta, Highbush. Oh, it's good, to say the least. Keep some of the... yeah. But anywho. So like, right as, deku nuts. For my female viewers, I should have probably said this a while ago. Y'all probably, should have skipped to, 4:48. But, anywho. Deku, he busts all up in her. And she's like, I feel pregnant. And he's like, nah, nigga, I ain't paying no child support yet. And she says, relax. You'd be a great father. He says, I know that, but I don't want to pay no child support. And she says, I understand that. And you won't have to if we raise him off the grid. And he says, but we'll still be heroes. They will find out eventually. And she says, yeah, and when that time comes, then they'll find out. And he kisses her, wraps his arms around her, and she's just laying there on top of him. And he says, want to go for round 5? And she says, yes, because Diamond is unbreakable. He shatters that diamond exterior. Diamond is breakable. Sorry, Josuke, but Crazy Diamond won't cut it. Better call in Jotaro. Jotaro. I mean, the man was in 3 parts. He was in them for a reason. Or was it 4? But anywho, Deku. After going one more round, her diamond armor breaks. And like she feels the full force of the 13. And she like moans really, 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 really loudly. And Deku, like, he has to like put his hand over her mouth. So like that nobody hears, because he feels like, oh God, they're like 5 meters away. And he says, throw your clothes on. And she says, huh, what? Everybody's coming back. And she's like, oh God. They throw on all their clothes, turn on the TV to a random channel, and it just looks like they've been watching TV the entire time. They're like, oh, so you guys finally woke up. He says, yeah. And so, Deku, my boy, he goes, and we just did the sports festival, didn't we? So, he goes, and now it's the training camp. Deku, he basically senses everything a mile away. And he creates a net, pulls everybody back up, and he says, my crew be riding with me. You ain't got nothing. And she's like, might as well put them all back on the bus. And he says, no. I could have already teleported to the place. And they say, what? You just teleports to the place. He has to wait half an hour for them to get there. And he's like, what took y'all so long? And they all are like, how dare you, that was cheating and all this and blah, blah, blah. You should have left your classmates there if you had a teleportation quirk. And also, take your hero suit off and stuff like that. And he's like, I'm literally made of metal. The only thing that can detach is literally my faceplate. Like, he literally, like, detaches his faceplate on the scars and stuff. And he's like, are y'all happy? Like, legit. Y'all niggas happy? Like, y'all okay? Y'all good? Anywho, so they're all scolding him, and he says, I heard a nigga want to step outside then. And as I was like, no, you'd literally kill them. I mean, you've killed All Might, your mother, and everybody else that you've went up against, and then brought them back to life. I don't know how many times. And he says, that's the point. I heard these niggas want to step outside. And he says, you know what, nigga? Take it away. Have fun. And they say, huh? What? And he says, you're dealing with the Ripper. And they're like, the Ripper? And then, like, it clicks in Pixie Bob's head, and she's like, oh God, this kid's the Ripper. The Ripper. And they're all like, oh God. Oh my God. And, like, they all start trying to run for their lives. Deku, he, like, flash steps in front of them. He just says, no takesies backsies. Slices all of their body parts off. Cuts them all in half. Teleports them all to different parts of the world. Basically, he on some serial killer type stuff right now. And they're like, so brutal. So much blood. Like, you would have thought it was Assassination Classroom. Make it go vroom vroom. But anyway, Deku, he goes and he brings them all back to life. And he says, alright, have you learned your lesson? And they say, what lesson? And he says, the lesson of not fucking with me. And they say, yes sir, yes sir. He says, alright, good. This man, he makes dinner. And they're like, oh my god, why does the food taste so good? Like, how? And they're all like, oh, we've grown accustomed to this. I mean, we all share one big dorm now, thanks to him. And they say, shouldn't the dorms be separated for, well, privacy? And they say, no, we respect each other's space. Everybody has a space in the gigantic room. But anywho, so deku, he just goes to the shower place. I feel like we've already done this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. Anywho, no, I don't think we have. Anywho, so deku, he slice and dice and dice and dice and dice to Mineta, da-na-na-na. And like all the girls, they ask, so we've taken an estimate that he used that power tool on you. And she says, power tool? And they say, yes, his thing, his schlong. So how big is it? And she says, 13. And they say, what? Impossible. Lies. Shows a picture right next to a measure, and they're all like Photoshop. And she says, hey Genji, come over here. And like he hops over. And like he basically normal Genji outfit. He just has his faceplate and stuff, like all back and stuff. And he says, huh? And she says, show them all the anaconda. And he's like, no, I feel like they will all chase after me. And she says, just show it to them. They doubt the size. And he says, alright. Pulls it out, and they do not believe what they see. And he says, that good enough? Puts it back in his britches and pieces out. I strangely feel like we've already gone through this. Huh? But anywho, deku, he training. Bakugo gets captured by the League of Villains because they want him. No homo. Anywho, deku. He goes and, well, he saves them. He just knocks out all the villains. They all go to jail. Alright, overhaul arc. We're gonna speed through this because, yeah, this is final part 4, final. Anywho, deku, he is like doing like night watch, and he sees this little girl being beaten up and abused, and her blood being drained by this man with a crow mask. He leaps down, kills all of them, and then the guy with the crow mask makes spikes appear through him. He just says, decent. Pulls them off of him. He just says, they're gonna need to do a lot more than that to kill someone who's immortal. And he just, hammity ham. And he kills him, puts Eri on his back, says he's taking care of her, and Kirishima accepts that, hey, she's our adopted daughter. And they love her as their own child. And like Deku, he has Eri in class one day, and his mom, All Might, and his brother all walk in because they were doing a special announcement for Izumi's 16th birthday. Or was it Izuma? I'm pretty sure it was Izuma. But anywho, so Izuma's 16th birthday, and they were like inviting everybody, and then Eri goes, hey Daddy, can we go too? And then like everybody hears this fixed glaze on Deku, and they're all like, kid, what? That's successful? Did you age it up or something? He says, no, this is mine and Kirishima's adoptive daughter. And there's nothing that you can do about it, lady. And he points at his mother, All Might, and Izuma. And they're like, yeah, we can take her away from you and raise her as one of our own. And he says, too bad you'll die trying. And he says, Demon King. And she's like, Daddy, no, don't kill anybody. And he says, Kirishima, close her eyes. I don't want her to see what Daddy's about to do. He rips out their guts, explodes their hearts, slices them in half, cuts off their head, puts them on poles, and then slices and dices their body into 12 million pieces and continues the process 12 million times. And he just says, think you've had enough. I suggest you leave my daughter and the rest of my family alone. You hag. And after all the blood is completely cleaned up, he picks up Eri and he says, come on, Eri, let's go. It's lunchtime. Your favorite. He goes over, sets Eri and Kirishima down at a table. He starts making food in the back with lunch rush. And then he notices a bunch of Class 1B boys are hitting on Kirishima. And he says, lunch rush, give me a second. I have to go kill some people. And he says, huh? What? Kid, no! He launches over at the Class 1B students. And like, they didn't even see this man coming. He just grabs one of them by the back of the neck, shatters his spine. And then breaks the other two's neck, cuts both of their heads off, clanks them both together. They both go boom boom. And then Deku is just like, kill, 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 kill. And then, like, Kirishima hugs him, and Eri, she hugs him. He says, and, like, he snaps out of it, and he says, oh, sorry, Eri. He picks her up, and he says, you ready for lunch? She says, yeah, Daddy. Like, forgetting about that entire spiel. He brings them back to life, gets up close and personal, and says, now, mess with my girlfriend or my daughter again, and I will kill you. Anywho, then Eri gets her food, and, like, she's all happy and stuff, and she says, thank you, Daddy. And Deku's, like, really happy to have a child. And to be able to raise her right. Because he wasn't able to have a proper family. He was treated like crap. Because he was different. Because he died. Because he was emotionless. Because he was logical. Because he saw things in a different light. So Deku. This man. Time skip by 9 months. They're in the second year. Kirishima. She's, like, throwing a party. And, like, everybody's there. And Deku's like, I wonder why she threw this party. And then she yells, I'm having a baby. And then, like, Deku, he was drinking something while she said that. And, like, he spits up. He's like, what? She says, yeah, I'm gonna be a mother, you know? And he says, I'm gonna be a father. Child support, crap. She's just like, crap. Child support, you have flawed my plans. What have you done? Child support truly is the greatest villain. Anywho, her due date is 3 days from then. Her water breaks then. And it's November 22nd. He's like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. And so, like, he, like, teleports her to the hospital, and she's like, her water broke. I think my child is coming. And they're like, you're the Ripper. And you have a child? He says, yes, now save my wife and my child. And Eri, she had, like, had her first birthday on that day. And then, like, he goes back and he's like, crap, I forgot Eri. Teleports over there, grabs Eri. They're, like, sitting in a waiting room for 17 hours. They come out with this beautiful baby boy. White hair. Freckles. So basically, Deku, but with white hair. And he says, he looks so peaceful. He picks him up and he's like, it will be strong. He ages him up by 7 years. Gives him the intelligence of somebody that's lived for 1,000. They're basically just a big, happy family. Deku becomes a pro hero. He's number 1. He reveals to the world that his father is all for one. People didn't take too likely to that at first, but then they got used to it, to having their number 1 hero be the son of the beacon of evil. But there was a lesson in all of it. Whatever you do, whatever your parents did, whatever happened to you in the past, is in the past. And what determines you as a person is your actions and what you do. The son of the beacon of evil, as the number one hero, their symbol of hope, their symbol of alliance, their symbol of belief, their pride, their joy, their happiness, their sorrow. He helps them maintain all of that. Even if he's the son of all evil, he still helps. Time skip. Eri and Kazuki, which is what I will name their boy, are both in UA. And Deku, he's so happy. He didn't give them a recommendation. It was just their strength that they had. They were born quirkless. He was born quirkless. And then his father gave him a gift. He gave him a quirk so that he could achieve his dream. So that he could become the next symbol of peace. The next symbol of all hope. The symbol of reverence. This is where I will end it off. On a high note. Until next time. It's the god among all gods, Goku Black!